Welcome. It's a new day. As you guys can see, blue collar is done. Kinda. We'll get to that. It's out driving. So Cole and I, as you guys know, like we haven't been filming too much of blue collar. At this point, we were just trying to get it done. We had a couple weekends of working on it. Just tidying everything up, just like a bunch of miscellaneous, like brake lines, which I think brake lines are in a video, but not us routing them. Vent tubes, figuring out bump stops, pucks, a bunch of little stuff. But as you guys can see, it's moving. I've driven it to work a bunch. We've already taken it out just a little bit. Nothing crazy at all. Literally just driving down the trail and making sure nuts and bolts don't fall off, you know? So, other than that, it's still really fresh. I'm putting as many miles on it as possible before Windrock. But, yeah. I'm super stoked on how it's driving. It's a little stiff, but we'll get to that. But first off, I have a huge thank list. Basically, I'd like to thank Tommy for supplying a rear drive shaft and letting me take numbers off of his Jeep when we first started this for the front end, because we're both running the same axles. He has an Artec truss, so I had to pull a couple measurements off his Jeep. Huge shout out to Tommy. If you guys didn't see his walk around video, we got a walk around video of that Jeep. Make sure you guys check that one out if you haven't already after this one. Another person I'd like to thank is Kyle. Kyle helped us with supplying us some coil springs that unfortunately did not work, but still, he was just like, hey, yeah, have these, you know. And he also helped out with some hydraulic lines too. So I would like to thank Kyle for that. Another person I'd like to thank is my own boss, Jace at Inland Transmission. He was a huge help with this build. He actually supplied these axles to me for free. And the funny thing is he's just now looking to do a Super Duty swap on one of his own projects. And he keeps on giving me smack about how he wish he never gave me these things. But it was already in the works of building Blue Collar. So, but I would like to give him a huge shout out and a big old thank you for that. Jerry from Jeep Super Shop, he helped me out big time with these tires. These 40-inch Maxxis tires are a lot of money. I mean, what 40 isn't? But these tires were a lot of money. He was able to cut down some costs for me there. And I'd really like to give him a big thank you for that. Jerry, if you're seeing this, thanks. Probably not. But another person I'd like to thank is Jordan from JLH, which is also Cole's boss. He helped supply some of the metal. We used it to hold the gas tank in. Big shout out to Jordan at JLH and all the boys at JLH. Andrew, Cole, I've heard stories about this guy named Abe, Seth, Aaron. I know all your guys' secrets. Cole supplied me with all the stories while we were building this thing. Another person I'd like to thank is Caleb. He helped out big time with supplying some roller tires. So I'd like to give him a big thanks. We've had these roller tires for like ever now, and we still got to get them back to him. But Caleb, if you're watching this, we'll get them back to you. Another person I'd like to give a huge thanks to is my girlfriend, Kaylin. I've pretty much been gone forever now. throughout this whole entire build process. I haven't seen her once. I'm kidding, but it feels like it. Big shout out to her for sticking with me while I am busy filming and building and, you know, taking on this ginormous project, which soon you guys will see a lot more of her when it comes to building her square body. Right, Cole?
My square body.
Yeah, right. Also, last but not least, a huge thanks to Cole. Cole has literally been the reason why I was able to do this. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. He literally gave up his garage from fall to spring, basically. And granted, we did roll it out a couple of times, but he pretty much gave me his garage, and I'd like to give a huge thanks to him. We used pretty much all of his supplies. We ran them dry, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. And he's put in a lot of time and quite a bit of money and supplies for Blue Collar, which I highly appreciate. And I couldn't have been able to do it without him. I mean, we're made a lot of good memories. We're also, you know, we're gonna be wheeling together forever. I mean, he's just stuck with me. So whether he likes it or not, big shout out to him and a huge thanks. And then another shout out I would like to give is to you guys, everyone who's watching. I had big plans of really being in depth with this thing, and I wish I was, but at the same time, at the end here, it just got a little haywire, and we're really trying to make it to Windrock. So I have been putting you guys off to the side just a little bit, but I promise this summer is gonna be crazy. There's gonna be a lot more wheeling content, and we all have so many little things to do on the Jeeps, but I'm really excited. What's left on Blue Collar is we still gotta do hydro assist. I had a little mess up this week where I thought I lost my pump, which would have sucked, but Cole has a spare. It turns out we did a small mod where you drill out the inlet or outlet or something to the pump, and we might have got a little piece of crud in there, but it freed itself up, probably still floating around in there. But I got my power steering back. Power steering on this thing with 40's, not that bad. Honestly, if I wasn't going to like Windrock, I probably wouldn't be doing hydro assist. This thing steers great. But I know once you get into the rocks, start really putting some heat to that pump, you're gonna end up wanting a hydro assist. So that's one thing we gotta do before Windrock. And then rear limit straps. I'm just gonna be doing the same route as Cole did. And I really like that idea. It turned out great on his Jeep, and I'd like to do the same on Blue Collar. After Windrock, tons of plans. As you guys know, this thing's still on 373s, and it sucks. It's not as bad as everyone says, but it does suck. Basically, you just put it in third gear, and it acts like it's already re-geared. At like 55 miles per hour, I think it was like 1900 RPMs in third, which isn't that bad. But if you think about it, 40's, it's just bound to kill my trans soon. I really wanted to get my rock sliders on. Don't think it's gonna happen. So that's one thing after Windrock that you guys have coming to you. And then I want to do a internal cage, and I have a stroker sitting at my house, torn apart, with everything to rebuild it. So that's probably going to be like winter project. But I'm super excited for that, because there's not that many videos of, you know, the actual process of putting a stroker in one of these things. But yeah, Blue Collar is back on the road into the trails. I'm stoked. Cole's stoked. Everyone's stoked. Excited for this year's wheeling. But yeah, that's going to end it for this one, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.